Change is something that's part of an executive's or a business owner's thought process as soon as they start thinking about a change in ERP or adopting an ERP solution for their business. And that leads to questions of, are we ready to change? Can our people handle the change? Can our systems handle the change? Do we have the right infrastructure? Epicor and Comtech can bring value to the table relative to change management. One of the biggest reasons is because of the experience that we've had in implementing hundreds of ERP customers that have to face these changes and have to deal with them, and they're very real. They come up on every single implementation. As manufacturers are starting their evaluation process of ERP, some of the factors that they should consider relative to change are, what's our culture? Have we done this before? And where have we done it? Are your employees comfortable with a change of this magnitude? Have you adopted a different financial package at some point in the past, for example, and how did that go? Did you buy a new machine and had to train new people or existing employees on how to use that new machine? How did that go? And you can use that to kind of gauge, at least give you a feeling for how your employees are going to accept these new changes that are coming around a new ERP solution. Preparing your employees for a change and starting that communication as early as possible in the process is always a good idea because people will tend to get more comfortable with it over time. But building that into things like employee meetings, production meetings, senior level management meetings. You want your people on each team to have really a clear vision and clear, concise goals for why you're doing this, how you're doing it, and what they're going to be required to do. If you set the expectation that we just purchased a new ERP solution, we're going to be going through an implementation, it's going to be flawless, you're not going to see any interruptions, they're going to very quickly realize that that's not the case, and adoption is going to be even harder. So be realistic, set the expectations appropriately so your people know what's going on, but keeping the ultimate goal in mind. The goal is that at the end of this implementation process, we're going to have a much more efficient operating organization. No two ERP implementations are the same. So having those active conversations about change management, as well as all the other pieces that go into an ERP implementation. There's a lot, but being realistic with your people and being open and honest about what the ERP implementation means will ultimately make for a smoother adoption in the long run.